Yeah, because how old does he have to be now? Because he was already like, he already had to be in like his 40s or 50s in the New Order. So like now he's got to be like 90, right? Man's old as hell. Let's go with the stagnating economy first. Soviet military advisor. We're just gonna keep spending points. I don't see any reason really not to right now. But these troops are heading their way up north. How? I mean, we can probably, we can defend pretty well. Can I send you any aircraft? No. Unfortunate. Has you played the model before? No, I have not. This is our first time playing through it. He's 90. Mike, how is he still here? When did he die? An old man, an older nation. Yaniyev could not sit on his laurels forever. The Union is facing some of the worst issues since the spring of '56, and things don't seem to be improving. With the economy in shambles, the political landscape of the nation on the brink of tossing Russia into yet another mad dash for power, and with the world staring at Moscow waiting for a response, the aging chairman is starting to feel the weight of not only Russia, but the entire globe, barreling down on his shoulders. He'll be turning 63 this year. Remember when 63 was like an old leader? That's crazy. He's a spry young man. Get that man in the White House. Okay. He'll be turning 63 this year. With all the stress from the coup, from the failing policy, from his inability to act given he had to play nice with so many internal factions, the public outcry, the mounting diplomatic forces, were perhaps too much for his frail shoulders to bear anymore. How much longer could little Gandhi keep at the game? The coup didn't go exactly as planned. The people were spitting in Gorbachev's face, cursing reform. He knew that Gorbachev could not sit in the chair of power again. He was stuck. He was suffering. And with him, so too was the Soviet Union, stuck in suffering. There would be no quiet recovery. There couldn't be any way to fix these issues by sitting back and praying for the best. Russia didn't just need a hero. It needed a savior. And for the first time in his life, Yaniyev was starting to doubt his abilities to carry that title. Could anyone really save Russia at this point? With the factions mounting up for the coming party meetings, and with the entire nation sitting on the edge of their seats, waiting in anticipation for the answer from the Kremlin, it would all come down to this. The chairman's position was crumbling around him. Russia, though only stagnating now, showed no signs that recovery was on the horizon. We've tried our best to keep it together, but it's coming to a point where we don't know what the future holds for our beloved Union. Another coup, an economic depression, or God forbid, total collapse? The Cold War has not simply been a battle of nations, a battle of values, or even a battle of ideologies. It's been a struggle for the very fate of the Earth. Time and time again, where men, for reasons even that they do not at times comprehend, will put down everything on the line over one big red button. A button that could bring about the end of times, the end of mankind itself. These were horrifying realities that we were facing, and for once, we couldn't hide it under propaganda, under distant suppression. Where is our red star? Obscured and hidden in the sands of time. What if we nuked ourselves? They will never see that coming, right? Who would expect that? Paslik has won the 2000 Croatian elections. Congratulations to them. I mean, I would have preferred if you stuck with Yugoslavia, but that's okay. It is what it is. Did it already? Where giants walk, Moscow hobbles. It all comes down to this. This is our make or break moment. Russia, the glorious motherland, shall either prevail or she shall fall into the annals of history. We've already lost some member states to succession in the wake of the coup. We've already lost our economy to the flow of stagnation. And seemingly, we've already lost the will of our people. How can we hope to win? How can we survive? We'll have to figure it out one way or another. We cannot give in. We cannot surrender. And we cannot accept defeat lying down. We bear the mantle of Lenin, of all the workers of the world. We beat the Nazis. We beat the capitalists to the stars. We beat their God. We beat their will. We beat their way of life. And now all we need is the home push to prove it. Surely it's not all propaganda. And it isn't all hopeful dreaming and rantings, right? The United States, too, has faced her own peril in recent years. Surely that's a sign. The Europeans and their filthy union have failed to gain major traction in the Eastern Bloc. That's a sign they wish to return to their friends in the Red Square. NATO hasn't invaded yet. That, too, is a great success. And we still hold our seats in the United Nations Security Council. So obviously, we're still capable and a strong nation, right? Right? Me thinking that I'm popular in high school because I'm no longer getting beaten for lunch money. Like, the bully hasn't beaten me up today. He must be my friend. He was in his early 30s? I could have sworn he was like 50 at that point, but what do I know? Ethiopia... Okay, wait. Sure, we'll do this. Ethiopia requests extra divisions. Recently, our allies in Ethiopia launched a surprise offensive to defeat the U.S.-backed separatist rebels that have plagued the stability of the country in the region. Communists in Ethiopia were able to win the early civil war after extensive military aid from us, becoming a valuable ally in the Soviet sphere. And today, Ethiopians approach your government and request extra divisions to help them out in their military operations. Yeah, why not? So the militaries are going to get a little bit more popular, but that's okay. Is there any actual new map modes? Ideology, Cold War. Okay, so let's look at this map here. So the red countries are countries that are aligned with us. Fair enough. Blue countries aligned with the United States, and then this kind of off-red, this like, I guess pinkish maybe you want to call it, are currently aligned with China. So China has Laos, they have Madagascar, they have Angola. That's it, right? We got Syria, we've got Palestine, we got Egypt, we got Yemen, we got Ethiopia, we've got one of the we have both of the Congos. You get two of them. How could we possibly fail? But if you're actually aligned with us, it doesn't actually say anywhere, but I will also send you volunteers. I didn't know that we were friends, okay? Let's send not armor division. Let's just send these 4 guys. We'll be led by Jonas here. Send those volunteers over. Excellent. Well, they arrive instantly. Okay. What the hell? Oh, wait, no, you're... Okay, no, don't be over there for a second. Where is your capital? You're in Goma, all the way back there, huh? Well, I guess we'll move here. Ah, there's so many factions, huh? And then we'll move in this direction. Can I send you aircraft? No, okay. And the economy reports. The economy has never been as it is now. Even during the beginning of the Great Patriotic War, it was not as bad. Blockades, sanctions, and economic wars have all been imposed on us by the West for over 50 years. All of them with one goal, to cripple us. Sad to say that it appears that they are working. The Union's only future is either to form or to vanish. Our over-militarized economy is of no help either. As much as we can show our teeth to the West, we cannot take care of our people first, it will lead to a disaster. We will have to reform, or our union of people will be lost. By the way, how bad is this? We're not even building anything. Because I have no factories. I literally... 143 is so embarrassing, man. We'll try to build something. At some point. Hardliner faction will decrease. That sounds fine. I kind of want them to decrease, right? I don't want them to be extremely powerful. Okay, so we're holding on nicely here. And again, the LTTE, they are aligned with the Soviet Union. So we do want to help them win. A Moscow evening. As evening approached and the sunlight faded, the night began to descend. The air grew colder and the world seemed to slow down, as if taking a moment to rest after a long day. Soft music, piano melodies, gentle singing, or just a jazz tune filled the air, creating a picturesque Moscow evening. Ah, Nikita, you bastard, I didn't expect to see you here. A booming voice echoed through the small tavern. Nikita warily turned his head, and his eyes lighting up as he recognized an old friend. Igor, it's been ages, sit down. Nikita motioned to the chair beside him. Igor, without hesitation, plopped down and threw an arm around his old friend. How have you been? So, you never really quit drinking, huh? I'm disappointed. Shut up, Igor. What government official would be caught dead in a rundown bar like this? Nikita snapped back, already slightly drunk. Igor didn't seem to care about Nikita's attitude. He pulled out a cigarette, lit it, took a deep drag, and blew the smoke in Nikita's face, causing him to cough. Hey, Nikita. I've heard something absolutely shocking today, Igor said, grinning. Nikita, not particularly interested, replied lazily. What the hell is it this time, Igor? You remember when that Gorby was overthrown back in 91? Of course I do, damn it. How could I forget? Do you know what's shocking? Gorbachev was the one behind it all. Manipulating the KG-CHP to bring down Yeltsin? Are you still half asleep, or did you hit your head somewhere? Nikita chuckled dismissively. I overheard it from the boss today. He said even though everyone thought Gorbachev had withdrawn from politics after the coup, he still has a considerable influence over Yaniyev's government. Nikita cut him off, clearly not interested, pouring a glass of liquor and handing it to Igor with a tired smile. Just shut up, I don't care. Tonight, let's drink. Excellent. Move our units back a little bit. Gorbachev got arrested and Yeltsin got killed by the KGB. We're learning a lot of lore here. Is that fucking what? Excuse. Okay. Who do we want? You know, I'm something of a scientist myself. Is that what he says? Shit, what does he say? Is it Spider-Man? Fuck, what does he say? Okay. We'll send you to go star in a Spider-Man movie. And hopefully, maybe we'll see some dividends off of that. Who is that? It's, I know his name. I know his name, but I'm blanking. I can't... I hate when you know something, right? You know it, but like for whatever reason you just cannot. It's Willem Dafoe, right? That's who it is, and also Neo. Misha Bear, White Rabbit. Following the August coup of 1991, the Soviet Union underwent massive political and economic realignments. The coup itself was believed to be led by the conservative members of the Communist Party, and signified the end of Mikhail Gorbachev's leadership as General Secretary. Gorbachev was forced to resign, leaving his status in a contradictory state. On one hand, apparently bereft of influence, but persistent rumors claim that he had still secretly powerful within the Kremlin, advising a new leader, Gennady Yanayev. For years, Gorbachev had remained in the shadows, his public visibility nil as he engaged with the post-coup Soviet politics. But for those within the whispering distance of the Kremlin, they would tell you that Yanayev felt so pressured trying to lead a dying superpower that he often sought out Gorbachev for advice, unable to completely cut ties with his former boss. Even after being stripped of his exiled office, Gorbachev never really lost all his clout within the wings of the Soviet life, a ghostly figure remaining behind the walls. So, in December of 1998, the death of his beloved wife, Raza Gorbacheva, weighed particularly heavy upon him, marking a low point after those tumultuous years. He was never himself again after that. Truly, it propelled him into depths of despair only her passing could grant. The loss shattered his resolve, and a man who stood one time at the helm of the Soviet Union now found himself indifferent to the world around him. Friends and former colleagues noticed a stark change in Gorbachev. The once passionate reformer did not care anymore about the fate of the nation that he had tried so hard to reshape. At the same time, Yanayev was unable to change the economic course of the things caused by the coup economy and the conditions the Soviet Union had been placed in before his appointment. Scapegoat for the country's woes inevitably fell on Gorbachev, whose reforms are now seen as the root cause of the Union's decline. As for Yanayev, he has been catastrophically weakened through his failure to save the economy. Finally, in 1999, the anti-Pretskoya formations and elements within the party managed to organize a so-called trial against Gorbachev on charges of high treason. Of course, not everyone in the party agreed with this decision, leading to a prolonged judgment that has yet to be finalized. Now, Gorbachev is under house arrest, quietly awaiting a final judgment on his fate. Okay. I think we're doing pretty well. At least, I think in terms of our civil wars, we're doing pretty well. Obviously not in Angola because I'm stupid. But, like, if you ignore that, things are looking pretty well for us. Okay, move our troops a little bit forward. Spectre of militarism. I really wish I was able to help out the People's Republic, but apparently I just don't know what the hell I'm doing. The Warsaw Pact? No, the Warsaw Pact has left. They are not fans of me anymore. We still got Lithuania. They're not happy about it, but we still got them. A bad morning. As a column of trucks laid charred from the fire, blocking one of the Vilnius-Kaunas road, Captain Milashenko passed a group of soldiers guarding the covered bodies of dead Soviet soldiers killed in the convoy ambush. He soon approached I'm guessing this is the colonel, Stepankov, who, seemingly foreseeing what was to come, frowned before turning to his captain. What is it now, Captain? Comrade Colonel, I came to propose a new plan of action. This convoy just symbolizes all of our efforts so far have been pointless. The more of these actions that go unpunished, the more daring these terrorists become. A week ago was a bridge over Venta, today this, and two... Just spit it out, Melashenko. I don't have the whole damn day to listen to your philosophy. Right. I will advise that we take stricter action. For each and one of these attacks, we will execute civilians involved. Enough! For God's sake, Matyshenko, I'm not going to authorize firing squads, and neither would the command. We are the army of the Soviet people, not the Nazi penal units. Just do your damn job and secure the road. Is that understood? The colonel sighed once again as he looked out at the paper with the reports about the ambush. No, comrade colonel, the captain answered, unamused at the colonel's words. I know that they won't stop if we continue to sit around and do nothing as their numbers grow, and you know that too. The colonel didn't even raise his head this time, speaking to the captain with a voice of disappointment. For the last time, I won't authorize anything you come up with. They hate us enough already. Okay. Decision available. We'll keep on setting, yeah, we'll keep on doing all this. I see no reason not to just give... We're not, okay, we're in February. I was going to say, like, are we even in February yet? But we are. We are 1 week into February. Oh, so I need to actually... I don't know if I can actually see... Oh, no, they're okay. I was going to see, like, I can't tell how long we've been streaming, but I got my my timer up here now. The Chronology, Part 1. August 19th, 1991. On August 19th, 1991, on the radio, starting at 6 a.m., and then on the Central Television of the USSR in the information program Time, the announcers read out the official text entitled Statement of the Soviet Leadership. Due to the inability of, for health reasons, to fill Gorbachev Mikhailo's Tsarevich's duties as president of the USSR, and a transition in accordance with the according to Article 127/7 of the Constitution of the USSR, the powers of the president of the USSR are transferred to Vice President of the USSR, Gennady Ivanovich Yanov. In order to overcome the deep and comprehensive crisis, political, interethnic, and civil confrontation, chaos and anarchy that threaten the life and security of citizens of the Soviet Union, sovereignty, territorial integrity, freedom, and independence of our state. Based on the results of the national referendum on the preservation of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, guided by the vital interests of the peoples of our homeland, all Soviet people, we declare, 1. In accordance with Article 127/3 of the Constitution of the USSR and Article 2 of the Law of the USSR on the legal regime of the state of emergency and meeting the demands of the general population on the need to take most decisive measures to prevent society from sliding into national catastrophe, to ensure law and order, to impose a state of emergency in certain areas of the USSR for the period of 6 months, from 4 o'clock Moscow time since August 19th, 1991. 2. To establish that the Constitution of the USSR and the laws of the USSR have absolute supremacy throughout the territory of the USSR. 3. To govern the country and effectively implement the state of emergency. To form the State Committee for the State of Emergency of the USSR, the GKCHP USSR, in the follow composition. Bakalanov, First Deputy Chairman of the USSR Defense Council. Kryshkov, Chairman of the KGB of the USSR. Pavlov, Prime Minister of the USSR. Pulgo, Minister of the Interior Affairs of the USSR. Starov Dovstev, Chairman of the Peasants' Union of the USSR. Tieskov, President of the Association of the State Enterprises and Facilities of Industry, Construction, Transportation, and Communication of the USSR. Yazov, Minister of Defense of the USSR, and Yanov as Acting President of the USSR. 4. To establish that the decision of the State Emergency Committee of the USSR are mandatory for strict execution by all authorities and management bodies, officials, and citizens throughout the territory of the USSR. Okay, that's part 1. Okay, there's gonna be a few more parts coming up. I do not know how many. Okay. How are you guys actually doing? Can we take the capital? The answer should be yes. There's nobody actually in the capital. So it should be fairly simple, right? When will you be there? You'll be there on 15 hours. I'll be there probably way later than that. Let's push you here. And we'll drive to the capital. Can you delete the division? Unfortunately, no. Units cannot be disbanded. I don't know why, but they just can't. So we're going to probably lose in Angola because I am stupid. Hey, we took another province here. They got Colombo. I mean, what is it? It's hills. They have 3 divisions. Pretty decent. I mean, they have no commander, which is something. But it's not much. Oh, we can send 3 divisions. Holy. Okay. Send a tank division down there as well. Oh, now you guys are fucked. Like, now that I can send 3 divisions... Wait. Question. Because we were given increased volunteers, because this was supposed to be for sending more volunteers to Ethiopia. But it doesn't actually say it's actually for everybody. Okay, well, if that's the case, that's very funny. So let's send those extra volunteers here. It does mean we can send 2 more divisions here. And again, like, as far as I'm concerned, like, there's no reason not to, right? Of course we're peacekeeping. We love peace here. We'll send you down. We have 4 divisions. There's 2 here. Oh, they're so slow. But we can send... Can I send more here? They might actually be capped at 4. Okay, that's fine then. Okay, extra volunteers arrived. And again, they arrive instantly, which is very... I mean, it's very good for us. It's very, very, very bad for the AI. I mean, with 3 divisions, like, how are they going to stop us? They can't. Like, we just have overwhelming firepower at this point. They bring extra divisions in here. They've once again move you here. I want you to go to this province, please. I'm actually going to have you force attack. I don't care if you die on this, honestly. Just force attack for the time being. Meeting of the High Command. The Soviet army, no matter how you look at it, was the only force keeping the peace ever in the ever-fractioning Union. One that was increasingly failing to quell the uprising and separatist movements. But despite their best efforts and constantly liberal forms of General Secretary, have seen the once mighty Soviet army reduced to that of a mere paper tiger. One that can't even enforce law and order within its borders, let alone the world. I would beg to differ. We're clearly all around the world at this point. For many, this is the breaking point, and conspiracies of all manner have begun to spread like cancer among the CPSU. One such conspirator is Minister of Defense Dmitry Yazov, who has been critical of Yanyov's liberal policies ever since the coup. He and his fellow co-conspirators have taken it upon themselves to organize a meeting for only the highest members of the military. This meeting took place in the barracks on the far outskirts of Leningrad, far from the eyes of the spineless bureaucrats or Yanyov. Here, Yazov and his concerns clear to the high command. If they did not step in, the Union they had fought so hard to protect would crumble like a house of cards. Only the army, the backbone of the Soviet proletariat, could ensure the continued prosperity of the USSR, and finally reassert the place of its superpower on the world stage. With that, the goal was clear. It was either the army's triumph or the Union's death. Well, chances are, we might have the Union death. You know, I'm not gonna, you know, we'll see. Again, I don't want this line here. I literally just want you near the capital. Hey, okay. Wait. You're now a puppet. I mean, that's fine. You're still in the Commonwealth, but that's okay. But are you both... How does this work now? Hey, they're both aligned to me. We love to see it. We'll so our volunteer force to come back home. We'll send them into whatever army. It literally doesn't matter which army they go into. Then we need to push our way. I'm assuming we just need to take... How much are you worth? You're worth 1. You're worth 1. I mean, they've got to be close. Are they going to get down to 0? That's a pain in the ass. Yeah, also make sure that if you're on YouTube, you can pause and read this. Okay. So let's go. Concerted faction influence will increase. I mean, no matter what, we have to do all of these. So let's go with the reformist faction first. Look at power minus 100. 100? I don't have 100. I don't have anything. Century leap year. Okay. Cool. It's available. Let's send more rifles. Let's keep on sending more support. How are you guys doing? You're doing okay. You're doing okay. The PS2, let's go! Hell yeah! PlayStation 2 has hit the shelves, and Nelson Mandela's dead, but who gives a shit? We can play fucking Super Monkey Ball. Yes! Yes! I can't wait to play GTA 3! Let's go. I've actually been playing the new Silent Hill 2 remake. It's very, very good. I like it a lot. When I was a kid, I could never like. I tried to think like as soon as you get like that first fight with Pyramid Head, when I was a kid, couldn't do it. I was like, this is too scary for me. So I'm glad I can go back and not really go back, but you know I'm glad I can play it. It's good. If you're thinking about the Silent Hill 2 remake, it's good. You should play it if you have interest in it. Divisions available as reinforced frontline divisions. Why is everybody breaking away? I mean, they're not like happy to be part of the USSR, which is stinky, I would say. Okay, we took the city, which means you guys are now encircled and should get killed fairly easily. And then we can push up, take the rest of Eritrea. Big thumbs up for me. I do the thumbs up. You can't even see me doing it, but just know that I have given the thumbs up.